America's infrastructure is aging, and we're facing unprecedented challenges to repair, maintain, and expand our transportation network. Today, this challenge is forcing states and local agencies to do more with less than they've ever had before. But what if I told you that a technology exists that has the potential to save tens of millions of taxpayer dollars annually and save thousands of lives? What if I told you there was now a device that you can fly above the road and look at multiple dimensions of safety and asset management simultaneously, and do it all in a single afternoon? Now, what if I told you that this device will cost less than $10,000 and fit in the trunk of your car or in the bed of your truck? Today, you will meet several of the talented individuals behind its development and learn how they believe it will change the way transportation professionals do business and ensure safety and efficiency on our nation's infrastructure. This technology also has immense potential for emergency responders, insurance companies, as well as those in the agricultural industry. The applications for this high-resolution 3D remote sensing technology are endless, and we can't wait to see it used in thousands of communities in the United States and around the world. Let's get started.
My name is Colin Brooks. I'm a senior research scientist with Michigan Tech Research Institute, which is a research center of Michigan Tech University, and I am the principal investigator on this project. So my vision was that we had with the advancement in computing power, in sensors, in platforms, that we had the ability to combine both new ideas and existing methods to produce a new way of rapidly and efficiently assessing unpaved roads, gravel roads, dirt roads, that whole unsurfaced road community. And I had seen significant advances in the technical capabilities to process large amounts of imagery to create three-dimensional data using tools essentially that are a form of close-range photogrammetry, which is photogrammetry is a technology that goes back over 100 years. But recently, with advanced digital cameras, you can take those stereo overlapping pictures, create extremely high-resolution 3D models. You can process the imagery automatically to find features of interest. And those all struck me as useful factors in assessing roads, because based upon our discussions with Dr. Tim Colling, who is head for the Center for Technology and Training at Michigan Tech, we knew there was a need for this, and we were familiar with some of the initial work that had been done at South Dakota State. And so we have a team at Michigan Tech with the folks at MTRI at my office and the folks for CTT at Michigan Tech that combine gravel roads expert, decision support expertise with Dr. Tim Colling's group. In my group, we've got the electrical engineering experience with people like Chris Rusi and Ben Hart. We've got the in-depth programming experience with people like Joe Garbarino and Brian White. We've got the practical data collection and processing experience of people like Rick Dobson, who's also an important part of the project. So we have all these pieces. We have everything from the expertise to the engineering to the remote sensing experience. There was clearly a need, so we jumped at the opportunity to propose this to USDOT, who fortunately saw this as a useful application of commercial remote sensing.
Well, I've been interested in the technology over the last 2 years or so as it's being developed, and particularly concerned about giving local governments a way to assess the condition of their roads, even get an inventory of where their roads are and what they are, and evaluate the safety of those roads.
I've been interested for years in remote sensing, and more specifically aerial evaluation of local roads, because we always get a better perspective when we look down. Other than that, my local friends can't do a lot other than windshield assessment, as we call it, simply driving their roads with their pickup trucks or their cars. There isn't a lot of resource out there to do formal assessment on the ground. And so I've always felt we could get some rapid assessment with aerial photography, and I really like what we're seeing here more recently. The technology's been there for quite a while, but it's been very high-end technology, not affordable to my local friends. And now we're seeing the UAVs, the small devices, the cameras have become so much cheaper. And now it's becoming within reach of my local friends to use in evaluating their local road and street systems.
With this technology, state and local road managers will have the resources they need to prioritize their budgets. Instead of being drowned in data and starving for information, like many new asset management resources on the market, with our high-resolution 3D modeling remote sensing platform, transportation professionals have the data they need to make decisions with confidence. With this technology, you can analyze road safety from multiple dimensions, take inventory, and monitor haul roads like never before. With the portability, user-friendliness, and quick deployment of this device, law enforcement and others involved in incident management will be able to respond quickly to natural disasters to improve response and recovery efforts.
Last October, a very early winter storm, and depending where you were on the prairie, 10 inches, 20 inches, 30 inches, towards the Black Hills up to 60 inches or more at the first week of October. And in that we lost over 30,000 head of cattle. We had families that were isolated from highways, and I could even conceive of this technology helping us there to make an assessment of the damage and to formulate corrective response.
In addition, this technology will provide an unmatched level of documentation for FEMA or insurance agencies, if and when necessary, to ensure you get the funding and assistance your community needs to repair itself after a crisis, saving you from hours of needless paperwork and countless phone calls. Finally, there's potential for this technology to monitor construction with unmatched precision. The high-resolution 3D modeling technology can also even measure gravel stockpiles. Billions of dollars are invested each year in new construction, and this tool will give you measurable results like never before to monitor progress, putting your mind at ease, knowing that what was planned is what is occurring on the job site. As you can see, the applications are limitless, giving you the information you need to serve your community, with more information in less time than ever before.
Well, the amazing thing to me was that this small device can provide the level of information to help us make decisions. Things like what's the turning radius at an intersection where we may be changing a traffic pattern significantly, or the roadway width, or the crown. I was very apprehensive when I first heard about this as to what can some little helicopter device provide for us. But it was amazing the output from these small devices that's I feel going to be very useful in the future to especially local governments, gravel road maintenance and operations.
I think the most useful application will be the idea that we'll have it recorded and we can see what we have, so we can present it to other people and show them what the road looks like right now, and then the pre and the after, probably get another view of it afterward and say, this is what it looked like before with potholing and stuff, this is what it's going to look like afterwards, and show the improvement of what it was.
The initial outcome of this research is focused on monitoring unpaved roads. There are over 1.3 million miles of unpaved roads in the U.S. To put that in perspective, our rural transportation network in the U.S. is so extensive, we could drive to the moon and back almost 3 times. These roads account, however, for over half of all fatalities, and yet to date, very limited resources are available to our local road managers.
The value of this will come from being able to do things that were completely out of reach before with the very expensive technology And I believe for 1 to 2% of project cost, we can do assessment that will help us plan a much better project and build a much better project, and then it becomes very cost effective.
The United States Department of Transportation has invested into the development of this technology, and now we need your help with 3 small requests. The first being that we would like for you to share this webinar with all of your contacts that would be interested. We need your help to get the word out. Share it via email, Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, text, heck, even carrier pigeon. Just get your contacts the information they need about this webinar so that they too can learn about this technology. Secondly, we are in the final phase of this project funded by US DOT, and we need to ensure that we've considered the unique needs of local road managers all over the country. Please enter your email address and contact information in the chat box to invite the team at Michigan Tech Research Institute to your community to test out the equipment and receive feedback from you. We would sincerely appreciate the opportunity to demonstrate the equipment and the capabilities of the system in your hometown. And third, in order for us to be able to get this technology available for mass distribution, we are looking for partners from the private sector who can help us take this research technology to the market. Aerial photography firms are also welcome to contact us, as we understand this technology also fits well within your business model. As you can see from today's webinar, there is an extensive market in the US as well as worldwide who would be major users of this system. If you're interested, or if you have a contact in mind who would be, please help us get this technology to the market and email us to set up a separate appointment to learn how we may be able to work together. Thank you so much for attending our webinar. For more information and to check out the detailed reports outlining all the technology specifications, please visit our website at unpavedroadsremotesensing.com. We appreciate your valuable time, and we look forward to sharing updates with you about the project. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to contact us. On behalf of Michigan Tech Research Institute, thank you again and have a wonderful day.